there, Mrs. Ehlke here along with
Ian.
And Ian has a project for school. He has to do what, Ian?
The Cobra.
Do what with the Cobra?
We have to learn facts about it, and we have to write the facts on a sheet.
Like a report,
Yeah.
right? He has to do a report, an animal report, and he chose the Cobra. Why did you pick the Cobra?
Because snakes are my favorite animal, actually.
Okay, and why are snakes your favorite animal?
I just like because they're smooth. They eat animals that rats have some kind of diseases that can pass on.
Mm-hmm.
And there wouldn't be so much animals. Yeah, there'd be too much of a kind of animals in the
Okay, so they help keep all the little rodents under control, huh? All right, well, there you go. So Ian chose a Cobra, and for part of his report, he has to draw a picture of his animal in its habitat. So today, we are making a Cobra in its habitat. You can see some water, some grasses nearby. So if you want to make a Cobra too, please join us in our fun drawing tutorial on how to draw and color a Cobra. All right? Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy. The first step to making a Cobra is to make a shape like this. It's going to be a little curve, almost like an open mouth. We're just using Crayola markers. Good. I'm going to start at the bottom of the shape that I just made, and I'm going to make kind of a subtle curve that goes all the way down, not quite to the bottom, maybe just to about there. Good. Then I'm going to go a little bit farther up on the head. This is going to be the head. And I'm going to try to mimic the same direction of my line, but this time it's actually going to go together at the bottom to like a point. So it starts off kind of following the line and then ends up at a point. Good. Then I'm going to make a dotted line that also follows these same two, except it's going to start all the way up here at the top part of the head. So this is going to be kind of like a dashed line like this. And it's going to follow the same step, but it's not going to go all the way down. When I get to about here, it will become a solid line, and then it's going to curve off to the side to right about here. Nice. On the bottom where the other two meet, I'm going to curve this around and follow the line that I just drew. It's going to stop in about the same spot. Good. Now the snake is going to be in its habitat, so I'm going to make part of its habitat right here. I'm going to start a little bit below where the body of the snake is, and I'm going to make some zigzag lines that are kind of pointed to show a group or like a bunch of grass, because sometimes the snakes kind of like to live in the grass or nearby some grasses. Good, I added a little bit more down here too. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw a line that shows where the grass starts. Okay, let's continue working on our snake here. So King Cobra has these side things that go out each side. Ian, do you know why they have those on them? Why they have these little pieces to the side? I wonder if it's to kind of maybe look a little bit scarier.
Yeah.
So we're going to add one right there by making a line that pops out a little bit and then comes back down. Good. And then the other one's going to start way up at the top of the head, and it's going to come out as well and then come back down right where that body starts the solid line. Bless you. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to add another line that goes right along with those two. So like this And then I'm gonna do another one. Actually, I think I'm gonna start a little bit higher. Bless you. That's gonna go out like that. Nice.
That makes a really weird noise.
It does. All right, I'm gonna make these two little loops here, 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna add some details on this part of the snake. Ian, can you tell some of our friends here what are some things that cobras like to eat?
They like to eat lizards, fish, sometimes pigs, fish, birds, bats.
All kinds of stuff. And how do they kill their prey?
Their venom is like at the top of their eyes, and they bite the victim with the venom. They bite it with their really big fangs, and the fang.
Then it stuns the prey, right?
Yeah.
And then they gobble them up. All right, don't forget to do these lines on the little flank parts of the snake. I'm also going to add some curved lines that go just inside of the front part of the snake. This is kind of the underbelly, so when the snake is crawling flat, you would see those lines like that.
And it eats its prey whole.
Ah, it swallows it whole. That's probably like most snakes that can unlock its jaw and just go for it. Crazy. All right. Don't forget these lines right here on the belly. And then we're going to draw the rest of the body that's kind of back behind here. So in order to do that, I'm going to add a curved line that's a little bit higher than the bottom of the snake here. So it's going to curve out like this and then curve back in. So it basically looks like the letter C. And it's going to continue behind the snake over here and then kind of go off behind this grass. So you have to kind of find the spots, yep, in between the grass. And then I'm going to make one more little section of the snake. So I'm going to make another curved line that comes up here as another hump. And then this section is going to go kind of curved up to the back, and we'll make the snake's tail kind of poking up like that. Okay, so now you've got the whole body of the snake. And Ian, what does a cobra's tongue look like?
Oh, it looks like it's like a triangle at the end.
Right, looks like a fork at the end, right? So we're going to go ahead and make the tongue like this, coming out of its mouth. And then we'll connect the two ends like that to make it look like a fork. So now we're going to add the eye of the cobra, and that'll just happen by doing kind of a little U shape and then the same kind of shape underneath.
Well, it's the opposite of a U.
The opposite of U. Yeah, upside down U and then a U, and then you can make the eyeball looking out.
Mine looks very fierce.
It's a fierce cobra. Don't mess with him. All right, we need to add some more of the habitat. We've got this nice grassy stuff in here, and we can maybe even add a couple of lines in there, but we need to add some other things. So I know cobras like to live by water, is that right?
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we could add a little bit of water in the front by kind of making a little section of a pond or something and putting some little water marks like this so that we know that it's water. I also thought maybe since there's some water nearby, there might be some stones. When I make stones, I usually make the bottom of the stone flat and then the top rounded. So you can make however many stones you want near the water. Maybe I'll put another one over by the grass here. And then I thought maybe behind the cobra we would make some more kind of grassy stuff. So I'm going to just make a line that goes across the paper behind the cobra, like that. And then I'm just going to make a line of some grassy looking stuff that goes behind it so that it looks like it's kind of in the background. And then, do you think there might be some trees by the cobra at all?
Maybe.
It did say that they like forests, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of a greenery here up on the top by making it look like there's a tree, just kind of like that in the corner.
Just like squiggly lines.
Yeah, pretty much. And it'll go across to the side. Okay, the only other thing I'm going to do is add some scales because it's a snake, so obviously it would have some scales. And to do that, I'm just going to make little marks like this. You don't have to do it super fancy all over the body, but just to kind of do it every once in a while to give that indication of some texture would be great. All right, we are going to start coloring our cobra using just some colored pencils. And we can kind of choose whichever colors we want to use for the snake, for the background. But take our time, make it look super cool. And we'll go from there. So we're adding some more details to our coloring now so that our snakes and their backgrounds are looking even more real than ever.
Mine's red, so it's fierce.
Yeah.
Again.
Don't mess with your cobra, huh?
Yeah, I did the red for the dragon too. Last video.
Don't mess with him. All right, so we talked about what the cobra likes to eat, but we didn't talk about things that like to eat cobras. Can you tell us what things like to eat cobras?
Raccoons.
Okay.
Eat like really big birds.
Okay.
Some alligators actually do eat.
Really?
Alligators and crocodiles.
So overall though, there's definitely a lot more things that the cobra eats than things that like to eat the cobra, right?
Yes.
It's a pretty scary animal. What about people? Would a cobra bother a person?
Oh, sometimes like when it's messing up his home and he doesn't know it, disturbing it.
Then he should watch out, huh? The person should watch out.
I don't know what I should color the background.
Usually I pick a lighter color than the rocks, so I'm using this kind of tan color, and I'm just not pressing down as hard so that it just kind of fills it in, but not too fancy. Bless you.
Can I use it next?
Sure, it's all yours.
Yeah.
We are adding our finishing touches on our snake pictures, our cobras. Finishing up with some details in the sky. Hopefully yours are turning out super cool. And you can add all kinds of fun colors to yours as well. If you wanted to, you could even put some little, mouse or something that the cobra is going to eat for lunch later. Ian also told me that cobras like to eat eggs.
Oh, yeah.
True. Can you tell everyone how often cobras eat?
Oh yeah, once a week.
They only really need to eat once a week, right? So that's pretty cool. They can hunt, get some food, and then wait a whole week before eating again. It's pretty amazing. Well, thank you so much for watching our video, and we hope that you have enjoyed making these cobra pictures. And hopefully you will subscribe to our channel so that you can see more fun art projects like this one. Please let me know on my Facebook page if you have any suggestions or recommendations of projects that you would like to do. I have a list of about 10 to 15 things that other friends have shared, so I'm kind of working my way through the list. All right, happy art and enjoy.
Thank you.